Well, crashed away, and that will dribble into the boundary. A good, confident start from Brandon King.
Well, if you had to sort of capture the essence of the game so far, it could be described in the first delivery that West Indies bowled, they got a wicket. The first delivery that West Indies have faced, they've hit a boundary.
So diametrically opposed starts from the two teams. And straight away, there's a sweeper on the offside. And straight away, he's made the adjustment, both in terms of line and length. Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
There's a slip in place. India know that they've got to pick up wickets.
Yeah, and both these teams, Rohan, and all teams globally, will be looking towards that T20 World Cup in a couple months' time. Not too far away, and looking at the combinations and where players will be slotted in. I want to see these two players, King and Mayers, open the batting every single game in this series and in the next series against New Zealand, so that they understand their roles, they understand what needs to be done at different stages of the innings. So when they get to that World Cup qualifiers, they have that experience, that bank of knowledge to rely upon, as opposed to chopping and changing. Don't mind too much with the bowlers and in the middle, but our top order has to be stable.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you don't mind a bit of chopping and changing with the bowlers because it gives them a bit of rest. But as far as the batters are concerned, you want them to get into rhythm, get into form, have that confidence of having scored runs leading up into that World Cup.
Rohit Sharma, speaking to Darren Gang at the toss, mentioned a bit of flexibility with some players and in some positions, but inflexibility with others. So himself at the top, that's a given, that's a must. So Rohit Sharma opens every time. Perhaps DK will be the finisher, so that's a non-negotiable. And then certain specialist roles with the bowlers as well. Who bowls with the new ball, who bowls at the death. So there is room for some flexibility, but in other areas, you need to concretize what you want to do. First over gone, 6 without loss.
Middle. Coming left arm over to you.
133, 114 balls for the West Indies. Ashdeep Singh, the other opening bowler for India. 2 for 24 from 4 in game 1. Up and over. Didn't get the connection that he was looking for, Mayers, but the intent quite clear from him.
Yeah, I think the West Indies batters realize they've got to try and make the most of this power play, the first 6 overs.
That's middle.
But therein lies an opportunity for India. If the West Indies players take a bit of a risk, it's not the easiest surface to bat on. Yes, it's a small ground, and that's why you see a lot of sixes. But as far as pitches go, this hasn't been an easy pitch to bat on.
Yeah, in the gap. Well guided, well controlled from Brandon King. That was sublime.
That was an excellent shot. As you said, well guided, always in control. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Again, working the dimensions of the ground, working the angles of the ground. Now that comes with experience, knowing certain areas within the ground that you just try and time, get in the gap, and more often than not, you'll get four.
In front of square, in front of point this time. Good connection, good placement, and good result for Brandon King. Consecutive boundaries.
Oh, this is an excellent start by the West Indies. 2 back-to-back boundaries for Brandon King. One just behind point and the other in front of point. Well, he's moved on to 12 of just 5 deliveries.
It's a difficult end to bowl from. Any bit of width on offer to the right-handers. It really races across the boundary on the offside. Zari Joseph in his first over conceded 17 from that end. A skillful slow ball from Ashdeep into the surface. We'll see quite a few of this throughout the course of the innings.
Yeah, just rolled his fingers over it. This is what he's known for. Not the quickest bowler on the circuit, but what he does have is a wide repertoire of different deliveries, slower deliveries, back of the hand. Bowls the Yorker really well.
Straight to the fielder this time from Brandon King. Ashdeep Singh played for the Punjab Kings in the IPL. Some 14 games he played. Picked up 10 wickets and an economy of 7.7. Bowled a lot of the difficult overs. And was quite good at it and forced his way into this senior setup. Really commendable from the young man, what he's able to do, his body of work in that tournament. And certainly a bright prospect for India. Another slow ball. 2 overs gone. 16 without loss. Batting to come for the West Indies.
Oh, it was interesting to hear Rohit Sharma, the captain, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, just have a little chat, which was picked up by the stump mic, about what the field should be if he's trying to bowl slower deliveries and what the field should be if he's just going to bowl a normal delivery. Clear lines of communication between the bowler and the captain. And that's important. Everyone's on the same page.
So many experienced players in leadership positions out in the field for India. Edged on 4. Not intentional from Brandon King. but he will take it, they will take it, West Indies will take it.
Yeah, good delivery from Bhuvi. Moral victory for the bowler, 4 runs to the batsman.
Yeah, opened the face on contact. Brandon King, I perhaps didn't give him enough credit for that shot. Good start. Good, solid start from the West Indies. It's so important to lay that platform with a good partnership early up, preferably for the first wicket, if not the second wicket. And to play positively. Sometimes those middling scores, you can go out and bat tentatively, and then all of a sudden the asking rate climbs. And you feel pressured through the middle overs. So it's important that they still look to score in these power play overs, get as many as they can, and make it easier through the middle and the back end.
Yeah, I've always felt that one should try and get that required rate down in the power play from what the original rate is. So at the moment, the original rate was 6.95. They've done well to get down to 6.75. But if they can get it down to a runner ball by the end of the power play, they'll be really happy with that. Yeah, Rohit Sharma just again emphasizing the fact that on this surface, this pitch, anything can happen. One will bring 2, can be a collapse. It's not an easy surface to bat on.
Seven runs from that over. 3 overs gone. 23 without loss. Brandon King has faced majority of the deliveries so far. Kalmi has yet to get into his stride. Ashdeep will continue. Persisting with that line outside the off stump for the right-hander. Just short of the fielder.
Yeah, that's well fielded. Would have been an awkward bounce for Bhuvneshwar. Put his body on the line. Really tough as a fielder. That's a real awkward bounce because you're not sure whether you want to dive forward or just hold back a little bit. So well done, Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Yeah, and Ashdeep has varied his pace quite well. Isn't giving the batsman consecutive deliveries of the same pace.
Well, just again another example of what you were saying. Just him wearing his pace a little bit, another slower delivery. Myers was well into his shot before the ball reached him. And that's one of his strengths. His ability to mix it up.
Yeah, still can't get it away. Really good stuff from Ashdeep in the first T20. He had the wicket of Carl Mayers with a delivery that sort of held in the surface, unsure of whether to play or to leave Carl Mayers, and in the end presented an easy catch. And this time he's presented a free hit to Carl Mayers. An opportunity for him now to really open up his arms. He's threatened for the previous couple deliveries without much success. And can he capitalize on this gift? Well, he does. Powerfully drilled down the ground, almost decapitated Brandon King.
Yeah, it's a good thing he dug, because otherwise would have been right on the helmet for Brandon King. Would have been heavy as the head that wears the crown for Brandon King.
I just wonder if that boundary sort of opened the floodgates now for Carl Mayers.
Yeah, absolutely right. Sometimes as a batsman, that's all you need, a little bit of luck. In this case, luck coming in the form of a free hit. The fact that Arshdeep overstepped. And as you rightly said, sometimes that can just open the floodgates.
Another slow ball from Arshdeep, and the length of the slow ball is so important. Really good from this young man. We're so used to seeing slow balls bowled more through the middle and the back end of the innings, but he's using them so often in the power play. A dot to end. 4 overs gone, 29 without loss. West Indies 29 without loss. At a similar stage, India was speeding along, 40 for 2. Oftentimes they say it's not how you start, but how you finish. New bowler for India, Jadeja. Quite accurate usually.
I think this is going to be an interesting phase of the game, because I think Ravindra Jadeja is going to be a handful on this pitch.
Easy.
Really speeds through his overs. Just trying to find that gap through the offside, non-existent gap so far. 3 deliveries, 3 dot deliveries, bowled quite quickly, both in terms of speed and time. Goes through the onside, and this time he gets the gap. Another 4 for Brandon King.
Yeah, trying to pierce the gap on the offside 3 times. Wasn't successful. 4th time he said, listen, I'm going to try and see if I get a little bit more happiness on the leg side, and he does.
Easy.
And he's gone back to trying through the offside. With the same result, finding the fielder. So 4 dots under 4. Reinforces the offside, a ring through that region now. Final delivery. And just a single. 5 runs coming from that Jadeja over. 5 overs gone. 34 without loss.
buddy.
139. We've witnessed some supreme entertainment in the first half of the game. Obed McCoy with the best figures in T20 internationals by a West Indian, 6 for 17. India still looking for that first wicket. King and Myers doing a very good job with the bat first up for the West Indies in this run chase. As we welcome Ravichandran Ashwin. I also welcome Darren Sami in the commentary box. Good afternoon, Sami.
Good afternoon, Ganga. Watchful start here by the West Indies openers. New balls seem to be the easier time on the pitch to bat. Brendan King faces up to Ashwin.
I know many West Indians will be happy with this start, but for me personally, I think what's also very important is the batting order set by the West Indies in this run chase and going further in the series. Jason Holder batting at number 3 didn't work in the last game, and I'm sure many would debate the number at which Nicholas Puran and Shimron Hetmeyer should bat in this West Indian 11.
I personally feel Nicholas Puran should be your number 3. He could set the tone, good technique as well. And I think, knowing the type of person he is, he wouldn't mind batting overs as well. Especially when you make a move, you look at the opposition and see what's their strength and how effective that move would be.
Swept leg side against the wind, but it's in the gap. 1 bounce into the boundary. That's 4 more.
Brendan King in his element. Ashwin bowling from around the wicket. Brendan King coming inside the line of this one with a short fine leg and square leg inside the circle. He just had to get it over. Takes the score on to 40.
Lofted drive. This is so good from Brandon King. He's batting like a man possessed.
He's toying with Ashwin. First the sweep, then the use of the fit. And as we've often seen, you hit it in the air, it normally goes over the boundary. Forces Ashwin to change his angle. West Indies, particularly Brendan King, not letting Ashwin settle in his first over.
Top delivery to end, a good over for the West Indies. 12 runs from it after the first power play, 46 without loss. Of course, India going into this second T20 international with only 2 genuine spin options. Ravi Bishnoi being replaced by Avish Khan. Bishnoi picked up 2 for 26 in the last game. Another seam option deployed by Rohit Sharma. Clipped, leg side, fielder settles, and catch taken. So the breakthrough finally comes off the bowling of Hardik Pandya. Is it an opening?
How often do you see that? Only thing with this delivery, he was forced to hit against the breeze. Kyle Mayers flicking this one. Could not get past Ashwin. He pass for 8. West Indies lose their first wicket, 46 for 1.
Nicholas Puran strides in at number 3. And to continue that conversation, he averages 37 with the bat in that position. His highest average comes at number 5. 39 his average there with a strike rate of 144. So he's equally good in those two positions, number 3, number 5. I also agree with the fact that Nicholas Puran should bat just on the cusp of the end of the first power play. He's so good at handling the middle phase of the innings. So for me, it's not so much about batting position, it's about overs remaining in the innings. Ideally, you want him to bat minimum 14 overs or have the chance of batting it. I also like Hetmeyer getting a similar opportunity. These two must be the core for this West Indian batting in T20 internationals. And I'll tell you why. Playing a miss. Hetmeyer himself averages the highest in T20 internationals at number 4 and number 5. 24 at the strike rate of 120, 25 at a strike rate of 129. Last game he batted at number 6, which in my estimation is too low in this West Indian side with the resources available to Nicholas Puran. Noticing the fact that they can play spin well, especially against this opposition in the middle phase, is crucial for the West Indies getting success with the bat.
That's Nicholas Puran. Different positions, number 3 and 5. Best batting positions. You also have to understand, early on he had the services of DJ Bravo. Kieron Pollard was in that lineup as well.
Just enough bat to get him 4. Brandon King can do no wrong.
Brings up the 50 for West Indies. You all know Brendan King loved room outside the off stump. Could see him backing away to make that extra room.
Very good response from Hardik Pandya. The defensive Yorker produces a dot delivery. End of the 7th, 52 for 1. India scored in the first power play at a run rate of 9.3. West Indies just losing 1 wicket in the power play as compared to India. They're losing 3.
That's 2 legs. Thank you.
Avish Khan has a decent matchup against Nicholas Puran. Of the 3 occasions he's bowled him, he's got Nicholas Puran out twice. So Rohit Sharma using the matchup as a guide to him getting success, maybe.
So
goes for 4. Not quite intended, but he'll take it nonetheless.
if you watch closely, you could see Nicholas Puran opening the face of the blade to access beyond backward point. And Rohit Sharma would also know he needs wickets in order to stem the flow of runs and have a chance of winning this game. He needs wickets up front.
That's a mighty one. That's huge. A humongous 6 from Nicholas Puran. Wow.
Wow, what a wow, what a wow. There's a song in St. Lucia that says that. That was dispatched. Short ball, not advised because Nicholas Puran is hitting with the breeze this time. Result 98 meters out of the Warner Park.
Has a very low center of gravity in his stance. Nicholas Puran is a short man, so he stays crouched. Allows him to get under the ball, especially if there's length on it. And he knows that if he gets under it and swings the leg with that strong wind blowing across the ground, he will get full value. Just saying with our conversation with Nicholas Puran and Shimron Hetmeyer in terms of what positions they should bat. Remember, Shimron Hetmeyer, of course, still holds the record for being the youngest player to score a century in the Caribbean Premier League. He batted at number 3 when he achieved that. So statistically as well, we want to give him the best chance for him to perform and contribute significantly in this West Indian side.
Totally agree with you there, Darren. I think in any format, especially the white ball format, you often hear your best batters have to bat the bulk of the overs. And now in T20 with the likes of Powell and Jason Holder, Odin Smith, these guys are earmarked as your finishers. But if you have guys like Puran and Hetmeyer batting overs and taking the game deep, you all know how destructive they could be.
Also want to say that when you look at what Hetmeyer has accomplished in the one-day international arena, his first one-day century came against the UAE, batting at number 3. His last one-day century came against India. That's the 5th century that he scored in that format. Also came up batting at number 3. That brilliant 139 he scored against India. So he must be given the chance to bat as many overs as possible. End of the 8, 64 for 1. Comparison pretty close in terms of runs. A little bit of a gulf between the two teams in terms of wickets. West Indies in a strong position. We're just speculating. We're hoping that Hetmyer will walk in that number 4 position. But I just want to finish on Hetmyer and say that I think as a batsman, he's so highly skilled that he can play the finisher role, as we saw in this year's IPL for the Rajasthan Royals. But he can also bat in that top 4 and set the game up for finishers. So there's an option for the West Indies.
Talking about how well Hetmyer played, 15 matches in the IPL, 314 runs at a strike rate of 153.92, average 44. So he can do it. I think in T20 cricket, you heard Rohit Sharma said it at the toss, it's all about the situation of the game. That would be a wide, but when you have caliber of players like Nicholas Puran, like Hetmyer, like Rovman Powell, there's not a set place for them in the order. Ideally, you will start with your openers and you put your top 6. But it all depends on the situation of the game. Because if Puran is slated to bat at number 4 or 3, and a wicket falls first up, you could decide. Send another batter like they did in Trinidad and Tobago. But I also want to see the matchups. A left and right combination. Especially when India had 2 bowlers that could spin the ball away from the right-hander. You don't want to create that easy matchup for the captain. So ideally you'd want a left-hander to upset the plans of Rohit Sharma or the opposition.
And many times you still also need to assess what sort of weighting you give to a left-hand, right-hand combination. When you have 2 supremely talented players like Nicholas Puran and Shimron Hetmyer, that left-hand, right-hand combination has to get a lower rating and weighting, because these 2 players, they can rotate strike, they can counter spin from the opposition, so there's no need to have a left-hand, right-hand combination. You can bat them one after the other.
Especially the way you look at the batters to come. Rovman Powell is having an exceptional year in T20 cricket. And also, I think with the World Cup coming up, it's about fine-tuning your squad. Probably 9 out of the players in the 11 would have cemented their spot. Look at the areas where you need stability and start preparing your men for these positions.
Quick single. Surely Rohit Sharma is in the process of doing that with the options we've seen alongside him at the top and at number 3. End of the over, 68 for 1. Brandon King on the cusp of a half-century in T20 internationals, 44 in quick time. Hardik Pandya with the solitary wicket, that of Kyle Mayers, who struggled a bit to get going. Nicholas Pooran taking responsibility to bat in number 3. He's stitched a 22-run partnership with Brandon King.
Good start by the West Indies in this chase. Remember, they're only chasing a target of 138.
Smart, really smart from Pooran. One of the few players who can rotate strike without taking many risks. Hetmai is another one who bats naturally with that ability to rotate strike and not consume a lot of dot deliveries. And when you have players batting so well in the middle phase of the innings, it puts pressure on the captain in terms of his bowling changes. Sometimes bowlers that you hold for the last 5, they need to return to bowl in the middle phase.
Darren Ganga, you speak like a true captain.
Lofted drive, didn't get hold of it. Catch taken. Pooran didn't employ a convincing stroke. Just pulled out at the last minute. And he will have to go. Big wicket for India.
The prize wicket of the captain. I'd love to see the pace of that delivery. Pooran not getting to the pitch of the ball. Slight turn on offer. Great catch taken by Sky. Pooran departs for 14. West Indies lose the second wicket, 72 on the ball.
Well, Shimron Hetmai batting at number 4 in this lineup. Really good to see.
This was a dismissal of Pooran. Like I said, not fully to the pitch of the delivery. Still trusted the bounce. You could see Ashwin taking all the pace of the delivery, forcing the batters to generate pace and power. Not often I've seen somebody get caught long on when the ball has gone so far in the air at this venue. Hetmai off break.
This way in the middle.
Keeps him quiet. That's what it suggests.
Just a bit more in the middle. That's middle.
97 is quiet. That's a strike rate.
Very quiet in T20s, Darren Ganga. Less than a run a ball.
Right arm round to you.
How this game has evolved.
One delivery remaining. Come on.
Take that strike rate any day in one-day international cricket. Not in T20s.
But it's a good move to see Nicholas, to see Hetmai at number 4. Also, what it does, it gives the batter confidence. 10 overs gone, 73 for 2.
66 from 60 balls for the West Indies to level the series. In a solid position, if not altogether comfortable, at 73 for 2. Brandon King unbeaten on 47. He'll want to be there to the very end. Sherman Meyer, pretty new to the crease, just the solitary delivery he's faced.
Right time over. Thank you.
Hardik Pandya, 2 overs, 1 for 10 has been quite good. Need to continue to get wickets to stay in this game. India. And Ron Gavaskar, what they've done well is that they've kept an additional fielder in the inner circle to try to cut that single. And we're here in, of course, St. Kitts and Nevis, the Federation. A really beautiful part of the world. Lots of water sports, so many activities. Fine dining as well. Really a tourist attraction. If you have an opportunity to visit these parts, please ensure that you do. Huge shot, might have pitched outside the line and results in an overthrow. So gets the single in the end. Leg by will be signaled. Just asking whether or not to review. I think he decides against it. Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, just think it pitched outside leg stump. Yeah, that's why they didn't review it. But you're right, in terms of that extra fielder that India have got. Trying to keep that pressure, build that pressure on the West Indian batters. 64 now required from 57. You just get the feeling, those turns and twists that you spoke about at the start of the innings are still round the corner. A couple of wickets here. And who knows what can happen. Normally you'd say 64 from 57 with 8 wickets in hand should be a walk in the park. But not today. Keep repeating myself, it's not an easy surface to bat on, and that's why if you pick up a wicket or two in the next few overs, there'll be a lot of pressure on those West Indies batters.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why in my mind Brandon King holds the key. He's very well set, 48 in 36, understands the bowling attack and what they're offering, understands the surface and what it's offering, and therefore should try to ensure that he's there to the very end of the innings. Can ill afford to get out and have 2 new batsmen at the crease. Slow ball just took off across the left-handed Hetman. Not much he could do with that. Off cutter. Just look at that. As you were mentioning, Rohan, something in that surface makes it a little bit tricky.
Well, and you said so right at the start of the game where you said that this might be a sticky surface. Something might just hold the ball up a little bit.
Quiet over. So far, just 2 runs from it. Can he close it off, Hardik? Well, he does more than closes it off. Apparently, he's gotten a wicket. We'll just have to check whether or not the wicketkeeper took it cleanly. But from all appearances, he did. The umpires will just have a conversation and they'll make a soft signal. It seems as though Hardik Pandya has gotten a breakthrough. We'll just await confirmation. soft signal is not out.
Your catch. The soft signal is not out. TV umpire to director, I have a review for a fair catch. Soft signal is not out. It's a fair delivery. I've checked the front foot already. Could you give me front on, please? Could you just assist with ultra edge right there? Flat line, flat line, flat line. I'm satisfied there's a spike. Could you move straight on? Follow through. Follow through to the catch. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Can you zoom that for me? Do you have anything else? Can you zoom it? Okay. Could you take it back and then roll it again? Okay, thank you. Okay, just waiting. Okay, I'm satisfied. Could take it back, take it back, take it back. Okay, I'm satisfied. The ball clearly bounced. I'm satisfied the ball clearly bounced. My decision for the big screen is not out. My decision for the big screen, not out.
Well, almost for Pandya not to be falling just short of Rishabh Pant. And Hetmeyer survives. 11 overs gone, 75 for 2. There was a definite edge, that's for sure. Just short, difficult for Rishabh Pant to know, because he was diving, he was rolling, he was moving, so you can understand him not being certain. Just awaiting that side screen to change to the black. Almost a breakthrough, Ron Gavaskar.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know in my day, there would have been a few wicket keepers who would have pretended that caught it cleanly, jumped up, done the high five, celebrated. Hetmeyer was walking. He saw Rishabh Pant's reaction and then decided to stay put. If he had walked, I don't think there would have been a review. So, well, so fair play to Rishabh Pant.
In the gap, will get 4. Marginally short from Ashwin, but so quickly onto that Hetmeyer.
That's a cracking shot. As you said, just marginally short, wasn't that shot, but just so quick to seize the length of the delivery and an excellent footwork to get himself into a position to play that shot.
And what a jaffa as a response from Ashwin. Some bounce and some turn. Fortunately for Hetmeyer, didn't edge it and stayed in his crease. Brandon King on the cusp of a half century. Another one. And gets to the landmark, his 4th T20 international half century. His first against India. Good knock so far from King. West Indies 82 for 2. Required rate 7.13 for the West Indies. Eight wickets in hand, quite important. Ravindra Jadeja, the rock star, will take up the attack for India. Just a solitary over for him, none for 5. Such an uncomplicated game plan from him, wicket to wicket, good lengths. And that's the sort of shot he wants you to play across the line of the delivery, and that pace that he bowls can just hustle you and get you either LBW or bowl. So Jason Holder being bowled in the first game, and Shimron Hetmyer will be a little bit more comfortable against him. Or at least he should be. As that leg slip as a catching fielder, and hits it straight back to the bowler. Ravindra Jadeja gets the breakthrough for India, much needed wicket, and this time Hetmyer has to go.
Yeah, he's the trump card as far as India are concerned in trying to defend this total. Was it hard? But he's a phenomenal fielder, Ravindra Jadeja. Simply phenomenal. Hetmyer goes for 6.
Still waiting. Yes, front on. Couple of gentlemen. I'm not seeing anything from that angle. Do you have anything else to show me? Okay, I'm satisfied. My decision for the big screen is out. My decision for the big screen is out.
Yeah, just to reaffirm the dismissal of Shimron Hetmyer, a clean catch taken by Jadeja. The new batsman for the West Indies, Devon Thomas, brought in to the squad for this second game. Off the mark immediately.
Well, India realized that they pick up a couple of wickets here now, and it's a whole different game, and that's why Rohit Sharma first slip. That's nicely played. Soft hands. .53 from 43 now.
Yeah, that wicket from Jadeja was his 50th T20 international wicket. Such a splendid performer for India across formats. Huge shout, just be outside the line. They'll consider the review. Rich Sharma
7, 5
have a
seconds.
think about it, and he's reviewed it.
Break.
Review for LBW. The original decision is not out. TV umpire to director, I have a review for LBW. The original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. I have checked the front foot already. Could you move on to front on spin vision, please? Ball seems to be very close to the bat. Can you assist with ultra edge? Ultra edge coming up. Flat line, flat line, flat line, flat line as the ball passes the bat. Flat line. It's away from the glove as well. Flat line. I'm satisfied. No bat or glove was involved. Could you move into ball tracking? Ball tracking coming up. Pitching outside off, impact outside off. Leslie, you will stay with your original decision of not out. I'll tell you when you're on screen. You are now on screen. Make your signal.
Yeah, decision upheld, not out, it remains. And 13 overs gone. And West Indies 86 for 3.
The keeper was asking how far outside the off stump. Just a bit to you. Give it right arm over.
Final over from Ravi Ashwin. You could kind of sense why Rohit Sharma decided to review of Brandon King. He knows how important that wicket is. If you can get Brandon King and have two new batsmen out there, we'll have those twists and turns that we've spoken about. Quick single.
You're absolutely right. It was worth taking that punt, even though Jadeja was saying he thinks it's outside off stump, but just assessing the match situation and thinking, listen, if I can get Brandon King out just on that off chance. So you can completely understand the thinking behind taking that review.
Will get a 4. With the perceived turn, Brandon King very well set, took a gamble and gets the reward.
Yeah, it was right in the slot for Brandon King. He's just got his front leg out of the way. Full swing of the bat.
And through the offside. Excellent fielding. Surya Kumar Yadav shows his athleticism there. Using the shade of Ashdeep, but it's not Ashdeep, it's Sky. Ashdeep would love to do this out in the outfield. Brilliant. And Ashwin is trying to get a wicket. I don't mind this from him. He's bowling slower, he's flighting the ball a bit. He's asking King to take him on, and this is what they need. They need a wicket. They don't need an over of just 2 or 3 runs. Wouldn't mind getting hit for a 4, but if you can get the wicket, it will be worth it.
Yeah, and that's exactly the thought process, because you could hear Rishabh Pant behind the stump saying Lappa Marne, which means like let him play a big shot. End of the 14th, 94 for 3.
Now West Indies getting inching closer into that blue worm. 7 wickets in hand, 45 from 36, and Jadeja into his 3rd over.
Well, it's one of those chases where you don't want to leave too much for the last 2 overs. Someone's going to take a risk in one of the next 2 or 3 overs, trying to have a big over.
Who's taking the risk?
For me, it's got to be Thomas. Because this is a tricky pitch to bat on. You've got a man set who you want now to be there at the end. So if someone's got to take a risk here, it's got to be Thomas. That's nicely lapped around. Should get 2. And let Brandon King play the way he is playing. He is playing. He will hit the boundary when the boundary ball presents itself. But at the moment, if you're going to take a risk, be aggressive, play a few premeditated shots, it's got to be from the other end. It's got to be Thomas.
Misfield from Ashwin. Results in an additional run. Not ideal, especially when you have a relatively low score to defend. I hear you with that recommendation of Thomas taking the risk if needed. 100 up for the West Indies. So 39 needed now, and we're heading into the final 5 overs. And single to end the 15th. 101 for 3.
India after 15, they were 109 for 5. The West Indies 101 for 3. Ahead on wickets, a bit behind on runs, but the required rate of just 7.6 wouldn't cause any sort of panic from these 2 out in the middle and for those to come. Afternoon, Darren Sammy. Game well set up here for the West Indies.
Yes, and they have a set batter in Brendan King. Batted really well so far, but the job is not done. He needs to carry on. Devon Thomas looks like to rotate the ball around, get the odd boundary here and there. It's only a required weight of 7.6 runs per over. No need to go helter-skelter. Just bat through the overs. West Indies should be victorious.
Just maybe a little more intent, Avish Khan, because you might expect a few bad deliveries from him. When you look at the bowlers to come, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar with 2 overs, he's usually very disciplined. Arshdeep, quite economical in his 2 overs, and you expect that he'll be the same for his remaining 2. So you might want to keep your eyes extra open for a scoring opportunity here.
Most definitely. Just eliminate the dot balls.
Slapped, and slapped well. My goodness, did that go all the way? It did. Sheer power from Brandon King.
As you said, look to take the attack to Arshdeep. Avish Khan, just the only change in the Indian lineup. Brendan King, he looks so focused from ball one.
Bottom. He moved quite early, Brandon King. Avish Khan must be complimented and credited. He nailed his Yorker and got a wicket.
Exactly what West Indies did not want. Just been hit for a 6. Brendan King exposing his stump. And you know the saying, you miss, I hit. Brendan King gone, well played, 68. West Indies 107 for 4.
Rodman Paul, 100 against England earlier this year. Healthy strike rate, real power player. Was there any need for Brandon King to move and attempt another boundary, because that's something that he was searching for?
And that's the only way India could get back into this game, is by taking wickets. Don't give the opposition a sniff. Brings Rahman Powell to start on a difficult wicket. This wicket of Brendan King will give Rohit Sharma and his men confidence that if they get another one, if they get another West Indian wicket, they're right in there. And that's why I was saying the job is not done. Yes, you've gotten to 60. In the good teams, the great teams, you take your team home.
Another dot delivery from Avish Khan. I also think there's no need for these two batters to panic. There's still a fair bit of depth in this West Indian batting lineup. Jason Holder still to come, Akil Hussain, who can strike a long ball, Odin Smith, along with Alzari Joseph. You'd think that if there's need for a 21 or 20 run over, these batters can achieve that.
But Darren, you saw how difficult it was for the Indian batters when the West Indian bowlers executed their plans. It's not easy to hit against the breeze and get boundaries. 16 overs gone, 108 for 4.
West Indies wickets falling in the 7th, the 10th, the 13th and the 16th over. Not in clusters. That required rate well within reach. Ashdeep Singh, as expected, returns with the ball. Narasami, what should be his length at this phase of the innings?
Well, you saw Obed McCoy operate from this end, which is the pavilion end. You look at the field, 2 men deep on the leg stump. He's known for his yorkers. Will he execute or go wide? He's sticking to his strength.
Got to be a courageous man to bowl yorkers at this venue. Short, straight boundaries.
Well, do you move from what is your greatest asset? Or do you simply say, I'm going to do like Obed McCoy did and got 6 wickets and just force the West Indies batters to hit against the breeze? But India need wickets. So I think he's going yorkers.
I'm sure Devon Thomas is thinking leg side, hitting with the wind. Outside of stump line, with pace on the ball.
Every dot ball is golden, Darren. So often you've seen one team cruising and the key batter gets out. And all of a sudden, 2 new guys at the wicket. Few dot balls and the pressure builds.
Another dot delivery, pace off the ball. Thomas looking to play onside, no contact, pressure building.
These are crucial deliveries here. Plenty on offer in the surface. We spoke about it at the top of the show. Hitting that good length area, that 6 to 8 meter length. And change of pace is proven to be the best way to operate on this surface. 2 dots so far. You could see Devon Thomas gripping that bat so hard.
Change in strike. The other thing I noticed about Arshdeep Singh over the course of his career is that great ability to change up his lengths. When you look at the field that he's set, first up for Devon Thomas, you think that he's going to go yorkers all the time. Bowled 1 yorker out of 4 deliveries, went length twice, and then bowled that defensive yorker as well. So he is quite unpredictable as a bowler. You can't really premeditate against him when you're batting.
He bowled the yorker first up to Powell. Will he go length now? He did. Change of pace. He's doing exactly what Rohit Sharma needs at this point in time. If you're not getting wickets, you're stopping the flow of runs. The run rate started at 7. It's now 8.8. So far, 3 runs of this over.
Critical delivery for both teams. Can he close out the over, or will the West Indies get a boundary? Just a single. Superb stuff from Arshdeep. Just 4 runs from the over. 17 gone. 112 for 4. Getting a bit tight, 27 from 18. We've just witnessed a really good over from Arshdeep Singh. Stuck with his length, but he was not afraid to change and create that element of surprise, going fuller, going shorter on occasion, and that all-important yorker.
Yeah, this is good from Rohit Sharma. He brings back Hardik Pandya, who operated from the pavilion and uses cutters to the left-handers. But now two right-handers at the crease. He's bowled him from the other end. And I'm expecting him to use his cutters, forcing the right-handers to hit against the breeze, which have proven the way to bowl on this wicket, and it's been very effective.
Yep. Just short. Plant nearly working for India and Rohit Sharma.
Well, what Rohit Sharma has done is he's gone with the form bowler. When I say form bowler, bowler who's bowled with really good form in this game. If you have a look at the bowling card, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has got 2 overs. You could have bowled the 18th and the 20th. Jadeja has got 1 over left, so it could have been 2 overs from Bhuvneshwar, 1 from Jadeja. But Bhuvi went for 12 in his 2. Hardik's gone for 12 and 3.1, so he's picked up a wicket. So he's gone with the bowler who he feels has got the pulse of the game, the rhythm of the game, who's understood the pitch, how to bowl on this pitch. So I think it's a good move.
And also, Hardik Pandya has a knack for taking wickets. I expect another slow ball into the wicket.
Slapped and missed time. Luckily for Rahman Paul, falling short of that field line cover. But the field suggests that he will take pace off the ball outside the off stump and put pace on with the 4 fielders sweeping leg side.
2 balls from Hardik Pandya could have gotten 2 wickets. Rate creeps up to 9.38. But a boundary or 2 here from the West Indies swings it back. It's tense all around.
Gets it in the slot. Not quite a Yorker, but straight enough to prevent Devon Thomas using his arms. They really need a boundary now, the West Indies.
Well, this has been an excellent over so far. 3 singles coming off it. Required rate 9.60. Hardik's doing a job. Where's the boundary coming from?
I'd like to see some innovation. Maybe that ram shot using the pace.
The ram shot is easy when bowlers are looking to bowl Yorkers. But the way Hardik has set up this over, he's gone slower ball, no pace, slower ball, no pace, then full Yorker. Devon Thomas did not read that.
Protection in that long on position, just a single. Going well so far for Hardik Pandya. What's Rahman Paul thinking now?
Well, there was that slower short delivery once again from Hardik. What's Thomas going to do? Batting on 11 of 13. He's got to take a risk here. He has to take a risk here.
Even if he paddles, the fine leg is back. Maybe give himself some room to hit over point.
Nails it! That's massive! Off the middle of the bat, and Thomas delivers.
Small in size, but that doesn't matter. He judged the length, hang back on the back foot. Strong breeze. I'm cutting through the wind like my shots of tea. No problem.
Last delivery of the over, 10 so far. Make that 11, so a good over for the West Indies in the circumstances. 18 overs gone and 16 more required. There is some power there. Dean Smith with a strike rate of 150. The competence of Jason Holder and Akil Hussain with the bat should provide comfort for the West Indians. Can't take anything for granted in T20 cricket. 16 from 12. A little bit of a conference here by Rohit Sharma and his bowler. Alongside Hardik Pandya. Pandya finishing his spell. 1 for 22 from 4. Superb effort. Now hitting with the wind. Time for Rovman Paul to show his worth.
He's been excellent in T20s this year. Since he scored 100 against England, went to the IPL, batted at 5. Few games, amazing strike rate. I know he's looking for that Yorker. Any moment Ashdeep misses his length, we will be in a dangerous position straight back from the bowler. Change of field, no fielder behind square leg side. Gonna be, I'm thinking it's gonna be a into the pitch sort of delivery. Rovman Powell knows he'll be hitting with the wind. Look at him stand up upright.
Bonham nails his Yorker. Rovman Paul flicking across the line, making no contact, and it's another twist in this innings.
Well, excellent bluff by Ashdeep by getting the field placed in such a way that made everyone think it was going to be in the pitch, short of a length. But no, went full up. Yorker leg, hit the stumps. Excellent bluff that. Powell goes for 5, it's 124 for 5.
Dean Smith, that strike rate will be handy for the West Indies in this situation.
Excellent bluff by Ashdeep. You could see Powell in no position to play that ball. I think he was expecting a back of the length short ball because of the field set. You could see he's just standing in the crease. But it's interesting to see Odin Smith and not Jason Holder.
He's running from behind the umpire, so the batsman is a little bit blinded. Starting right side, running behind and coming round. Not conventional, you would say. Couple of runs, couple important runs for the West Indies.
Yeah, Captain Rohit Sharma wasn't happy with that throw. They're comfortably in, so it didn't really make sense to have that throw and concede an extra run.
So in terms of sighting, Dean Smith will only get a sighting of Arshdeep Singh when he pops out halfway through his run-up. Starts from way behind the umpire. There he goes again. And a miss.
This is getting too close. Darren Ganga, 9.75.
Come on, Darren. We'll take 13 off the last over any day.
I would.
On this surface, that's the question. On most surfaces, yes, but on this surface, it's going to be tricky.
Especially hitting against the breeze. And I'm assuming Bhuvaneshwar Kumar will bowl the last over. Very skillful bowler. West Indies don't want double digits.
Hamad, 2 is the call. 2 is the call. Just 1. Good work by Hardik Pandya in that long off position.
A boundary is needed. Definitely. You got Jason Holder in the shed. Akil Hussain. And that's where you could be proactive. Access both sides of the field. Left and right combination. Forces the bowler to change his line and length.
I hear you, but ahead of a guy who strikes at 150.
Sometimes you just need the experience. Last ball of his spell.
2 is the call. Wouldn't go for a boundary. Crucial runs. Use of the feet by Devon Thomas. 6 runs from the over and a wicket. 129 for 5, 10 to go off the last 6. Well, it has come down to 6 deliveries. 10 required by the West Indies. India making the decision to bowl Avish Khan. Surprised that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar wasn't given the responsibility in this last over. Gavaskar, are you surprised?
Yeah. Well, look, you've got someone of Bhuvaneshwar's experience, his capabilities. Just to remind the viewers that there is a super over if the scores are tied. We love a super over, don't we?
Everything is happening today. Maybe because of the pace of Avish.
Straight to the fielder. Dean Smith making good connection, but he can't find the gap. Has to be smart about the way he goes about scoring these. Even Devon Thomas, who's been there for 17 deliveries.
It's a no ball. Cardinal seen here by Avish. That is not what you want. See, Darren Ganga is smiling in the com box.
If you're an Indian fan, this is not what you would like. Overstepping. Another legal delivery for West Indies. Now 8 required from 6.
And the free swing.
Cut high and hard and goes for 6. What a shot! Thomas, the hero,
why is he in the 11 today? This is why. Devon Thomas, the man from Antigua, with one offer, slapping it over the point. West Indies only need 2 to level the series. Devon Thomas, you beauty.
Well, surely the West Indies can't slip up now. 2 from 5. Rohit Sharma bringing in the changes in the field. Deep mid-wicket comes into the 30-yard circle. Here is Avish Khan. Cut in the gap and should run for 4. West Indies win. What a match we've witnessed. A tense moment being handled responsibly by Devon Thomas. A hero with the bat to partner the heroics from Obed McCoy with the ball. West Indies win by 5 wickets.
Much needed victory for Nicholas Puran and his men. This man on screen, Obed McCoy, set it up. Average score is 128. Restricted India to 138. In the end, West Indies got over the line with 4 balls to spare. Devon Thomas hitting that crucial no ball of the last over for 6. There was the moment with front offer, and people will question that decision to give Avesh this last over.
Yeah, you're right. When you think you've got someone like Bhuvneshwar Kumar in your side and you don't utilize him, but Avesh in the 20th over in all T20s has an economy rate of 9.62. Bhuvi has an economy rate in the last over, in the 20th over, of nearly 11, 10.83. And maybe, just maybe, that played a part in Rohit's decision in giving Avesh that final over.